Last week we started dealing on the 3 dimensions of poverty, because we said before you manage money, you should make money. We were dealing on the 4 areas of spending, and we said number 1, you especially 4 areas of money use. And said number 1, you spend money. Number 2, you save money. Number 3, you invest money. Number 4, you waste money. But we now started with spending. We have not entered savings in full. Then we now entered into dealing with the spirit of poverty. And I told you last week that there are 3 dimensions of poverty. And number 1, the spirit of poverty. And what's number 2? The mindset of poverty. Number 3, the actions and inactions that takes you to poverty. So if you can conquer these 3, you have overcome. This is not a popular church message topic in church. It's not popular because people are not excited towards it. Because you have this kind of categories of person in church. And unfortunately, it has been like that because of the mindset we have made to believe in Christendom, that we come to church and believe God for everything, and we don't take responsibility for anything. So we believe even though something is our fault, let's pray. Just as the way He forgave us without doing anything, let's pray. He will make a way, and another miracle will happen. We want to live our lives on miracles, neglecting principles. And the scripture says, miracles are for children, but strong meat is for adults. Principles are for adults. Children goes for miracles. But principles are for those who are adults, who are strong in the Lord. Miracles, so the children of Israel looked for miracles. God gave them miracles in the wilderness. It got to a point, the miracles ceased. The manna ceased. They will wake up in the morning and behold, they see food everywhere. They will wake up, they are thirsty of water. Moses will speak to the rock, and the rock will bring out water. Miracles was there. But it got to a time, the miracles had to cease, so that you will understand that life is not governed by miracles, but life is governed by principles. Not until you understand this, you will be wondering that why is things happening the way it is happening in my life. It looks as though God has abandoned me. No, God has not abandoned you. He just needed you to learn His principles. Life is governed by principles. The same God over the righteous is the same God over the unrighteous. He is faithful over all. That is why you can see the unbeliever, even the one who curses God publicly, is prospering, in quotes, in the earthly realm, is prospering. He has everything money can buy, because it is not God that determines what you have. It is the principles you follow from what He has laid that determines what you have. Is somebody hearing me this morning? So in the church of God, we have different categories of persons that are limited. When we teach these things, one set of people resent such messages. They just feel, must we be talking about money in church? Church is not meant for money. We should not be talking about money. We should be talking about how we receive it, how our faith will grow, how our spirit will grow. But when your spirit is growing and your finance is not growing, it gets to a point, your financial poverty draws your spirit down, and you become dejected. Your spirit is cast down. That was where David now said, why casted down, O my soul? Be thou lifted up. Rejoice in the Lord. It is not praying that makes it go up. It is what comes in, the resources around you, the bills you can make, that when you wake up, your children will say they need food, and you say, come on, go to the kitchen. Not that we need food. You tell them, come on, keep quiet. Didn't you eat last night? Look at, you want to eat this morning. Don't you know you have to wait till 12? No. When they grow with that mindset, you make them be comfortable in lack and make them feel everything in their hearts. We have to pray for God to give it, and God has given you sense. Bishop Oyedebo said, God has given you a brain so that you will give Him rest. So we must learn these things. This may not be comfortable to some, but please understand it. Some people who are so spiritual, you don't preach this thing. They resent prosperity message. I don't blame some of them because of the way it has been preached in our churches in the years back. Prosperity message is the concept of give, and it shall be given unto you. And when you finish giving, when they finish giving, they go back and wait for them to receive. They have not been taught the principle of how to acquire. We have just been taught the principle of giving, not understanding the principle of how to acquire, the principle of how to manage what you acquire, the principle of how to grow what you have acquired. That is the essence of such meetings, which you may not find in your regular schools, your traditional secular schools, but you learn them from intentionally going for training and retraining, where you can build your mind. I told you of the woman yesterday last week whose sister died and left an inheritance for her, and she put a clause in the will. She cannot access this inheritance until she undergoes 1 year of financial training. For 1 year, they employed teachers. She went into a program. They taught her financial discipline. She wrote, he said, my sister is a church girl. If this inheritance enters her hand, she will dispatch everything and nothing to show. So let her go. When she underwent the training, after 1 year, they released the wealth to her. Behold, she multiplied the wealth. That is financial education. Never you think you know it all. The moment you think you know it all, you continue struggling, and the cycle continues. You continue struggling, and the cycle continues. During the week, I was teaching online, and I said there are 7 mindsets of poverty. 7 mindsets. That was online, not on church. 7 mindsets on poverty. If you don't deal with some of these mindsets, you will find yourself going back and walking on this circle. You continue walking, because when you are not learning, you are not earning. When you are not earning, you are on your way to poverty. You must make sure you learn. You are just undoing your future when you are not earning, and you need to learn to earn. You need to learn to earn. Yesterday I applied for a course. I saw one young lady was having a program. He said, I want to just teach people. I want to teach you. She made a statement. I used to follow her. He said, the latest oil is visibility. That word shook me. The latest oil. He said the latest way of making money is visibility. Increase your level of influence through social media. You don't know lives you will meet. You don't know impacts you will make. Just that seven mindset that will take you to poverty. You may think you are okay. If you have this mindset, be sure that poverty, if it has not come, is close to your door. If you have this mindset, I said, just correct this mindset. Just that topic alone. A pastor called me. He said, Pastor, I must confess. A pastor in Port Harcourt. He said, Pastor, I must confess to you. This is a lot of church pastors are undergoing this problem. We don't know how to say it, but we are just believing God that one day this will, and believing God that God will make members. I said, when you don't teach them, don't expect them to know it and to become it. You must deliberately teach them, even when they don't want to hear. The more they hear it, the more they look like it. And that message, a young man from America sent me a message. He said, please, this message, we need it here. Give me the part 2. I said, hook up to this. I gave him the link. I said, hook up to this message. I'm continuing on that series. So some people who have open heart, there are some other persons, this is what they want to hear. Some other person, they are sleeping. When you are in that category, be sure that poverty is not far from your house. If it's not in your house, it's just close to your door. You must kill it. You must kill anything that makes talking about finances annoy you. It shows it's an ancestral spirit from your father's house. You must kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Tell your neighbor, kill it. Some people are angry when you talk about finance in church. They are angry. If you are in that category, Jesus, you must kill it. Did you hear the testimony of Deacon Shola this morning? How he could not have a house to stay. He was a borrower. He was down and out. He could not afford to rent a place. He looks forward to coming to church on Sunday. So immediately he wakes up, he beds and rushes down to church because he was squatting somewhere. Rush down to church and remain in church and be praying. But see the same young boy who was homeless, see what God is doing in him. And I told them, you cannot be here and your life is not changing. If your life is not changing after 6 months, leave here. Because we don't listen. The truth is, in Hero's family, it's not a place where you will be beneficial to. Without you, the pastor will not survive. No. You know it's not good. By the grace of God, I don't need your goodwill. I don't need your offering to survive. So it's a place where you become blessed to be a blessing to both your family and to your world. Your life should be better and not bitter. Your life should be better. Can you talk to yourself, say, my life is getting better? So going forward, please, I want you to have an open mind to receive this and improve yourself. So we dealt with 3 dimensions of poverty. So number 1, deal with the spirit of poverty. And in that analysis I gave you to know, there are a lot of people who are harboring and working. That one is not out of your fault. That one is probably out of where you are coming from. The spirit of poverty, his mission is anything that is, if he smells anything money around you, he gives you a problem that must consume that money. The spirit of poverty. As it comes, it manifests in different form. It either brings sickness on you or sickness on your loved one. Of course, when you see your loved one down and you have the resources, you can spend anything to make sure your loved one is okay. That's the spirit of poverty. It makes sure it will bring a sickness that will remove. If it's not sickness, it is misfortune. It is one problem. It is one family issue. You discover that when you do not have, the family does not have problem. The moment you have, there's one problem or the other. They begin to call you from left, right, and center. And because of your good heart, you want to be there for everybody. You want to help. The spirit of poverty makes sure it reduces you to zero. Not until the money finishes. Some misfortune has to do with probably after you have saved and gathered. I told you of the one who, after they gathered money for 10 years, gathered money for 10 years, they planned that after the 10 years, the family, they are going to now spend this money on some family things. The one money was huge, about 15 million. They are going to now do certain things in the family. That period, a family member was kidnapped, and the kidnappers asked for 29 million. They added the 15 million, borrowed another 14 million to release one person. Everything, 10 years gathering, gone. The spirit of poverty. We dealt with that. And I believe by now somebody is free. Somebody shout, I'm free. Oh my God, somebody shout, I'm free. If you are free from the spirit of poverty, shout it louder, I'm free. And we now enter the mindset of poverty. And in the mindset of that, we look at different kind of mindsets that people have. And I think one of the mindsets which I didn't tell you, but I told them on my online this thing. One of the mindsets that people have is the Lord that gave it today will bring it again. It will always come again. It will always come again. If God brought it, God is faithful to bring it again. Bring it again. It will always. That mindset is a failure mentality. That mindset that the breakthrough that came today will come tomorrow. No. That is why it is called a breakthrough. It brought you through so that you can see you through with wisdom to manage it, to now create the miracle yourself, not waiting for God to now create it for you. So when a breakthrough comes, your own is to manage the breakthrough so that you don't end up in breakdown. Never you expect that the miracle that happened yesterday will happen today. God provided it so that you can have the wisdom to manage it, for you to not duplicate it in your life. Am I talking to somebody? So that mindset that it will always come, eat today, just make you eat. After all, now who they alive, they chop. When you finish eating, you now discover that you are still alive. You know they again. So you now be wondering how will answer. No. Break that limitation, break that mindset. So never you grow up with that mindset, not having a culture of financial intelligence, now living like an unbeliever. Wake up, break it. Something better should come out of you. Somebody say here. We now enter the actions and inactions that can take you to poverty. That there are certain things you do that guarantees that you can be poor. Nothing will change it. There are certain things you do that guarantees that whether you like it or not, you will end up in poverty. I said number 1, if all you earn, you eat all of them, all your income is consumed, nothing will stop your poverty. If everything you get, you consume, nothing will stop. If everything you get, you consume them with the mindset that after all, you know rich, nothing will stop. Nothing, no investment, no savings, nothing. You must have something to fall back. No matter how small, something set aside to keep for a future investment or a future emergency. Something set aside. You must learn to keep something aside. Somebody say, I hear. But that's not where I'm going to this morning. This morning I want to now deal on one of the ways we grow wealth is through work. Work. Somebody say work. I gave you a signal that there are 3 categories of work, but before that, Colossians chapter 3 verse 23 says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. Proverbs 14:23. All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Proverbs 10 verse 4. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. We read this morning Matthew chapter 20, and I want to just dwell on this a little bit to analyze the work. Work is what you do to gain wages or a living. And I said last week, there are three categories of work. And in this scripture in Matthew chapter 20, from verse 1 to 16, we want to look at it. The man who was the owner of a house, so you could call him an householder. He owns a house. He wants to make maximum impact. That house is where he generates his resources. He generates his finances. The house produces certain benefits from him. He sat down to look. Matthew 20 from verse 1 to 16. He said, this house I own. If I do all the work in this house, I will die before my time. I cannot produce more working alone. And what did he do? Because he went out to hire some people. Come work daily in my house. The first set of people worked for about 12 hours. That is the category you call the hard work. So in working, there are three categories. Number one, you have hard work, which is very important. If you don't know how to work hard, you will have a hard life. We have so many lazy people, speaking in tongues but lazy, looks handsome but lazy. They want to have six-pack but lazy. They look beautiful but lazy. So many lazy people that cannot fit any future. If you want to escape hard life, you must have hard work. Give attention to your work. Give attention to your work. Give attention to your work. There are so many people whose businesses have started and closed. They have opened businesses 7 times. They will start and close because they don't give attention to hard work. They are pleasure people. There are some people who you go and meet them in the office, they have different kind of drinks for you. Meet them in the office, they have gist for you. They sit down and gist and discuss and in time that you're supposed to be working, and when they finish, they lock the place and close, and they come and pray, oh God, why is this not working for me? Somebody who has put attention to his or her business comes to your office to sit down, your place of work to sit down, to make sure you do not work, give you gist from morning till night. You are enjoying the gist. Now my best friend be this. That person is an enemy. We see them everywhere, in church, out of church. Lazy people. They just want to be comfortable. They just want a good life. It is that laziness that leads some of them to get involved with different kind of things and vices in the society. So hard work is important. Please tell your neighbor, hard work is important. Tell your neighbor, if you must escape hard life, you must give in to hard work. Hard work is important. Give attention to your work. Give attention to your assignment. I was listening to one of my colleagues. He was saying they had a meeting. They had a meeting with Bishop Oyedepo. He gave them appointment to see him. They were to see him. And they were in Lagos. He gave them appointment to see him. What was the time for the appointment? 1 a.m. 1 a.m. At exactly 1 a.m., he came out from the office to see them. Sat with them for about 40 minutes, finished the meeting with them. He said, sorry, I'm rushing for another meeting. 1 a.m. Rushing for another meeting. This is a daily role. You cannot see people who give attention to your assignment and it is not showing in their life. But some of us, we sleep even more than the devil. We are doing competition with dead bodies. Who sleepers? If you check your sleeping record for the past 20 years, some of us have slept for 15 years. We have used 15 years to sleep. You don't know? Check a man who sleeps from 8 o'clock. He wakes up 6 o'clock. How many hours be that? 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. How many hours be that? How many hours is that? 10 hours. He sleeps for 10 hours every day. During the day, he go see get siesta. He now sleep for 2 hours during the day. I cannot stay without sleeping in the afternoon. I must sleep. Sleep for 2 hours again in the afternoon. 10 hours or 2 hours is what? 12 hours. Multiply 12 hours times 30 days is what? Use your mathematics. 12 hours times 30 days. No. 12 hours times 30. How many hours? 360 hours. Divide 360 hours by 12. What will it give you? No, by 24. What will it give you? 360 hours by 24. What will it give you? 15 days. So out of 30 days, somebody has left for 15 days. That means half of the year, out of 1 year, somebody has first used 6 months to sleep. So the sleep, this gives you an idea. Oh, some of those your sweet sleeps. I must sleep. Some of those your sweet sleep is sweet poverty. You must overcome it. Please push your neighbor, say, wake up. Wake up. Hard work is good. The second level of work is what you call smart work. As you give attention to work, you must understand that it is not the limitation of hard work, is that it's not every of your energy gives you the maximum result in life. The truck pusher works hard, but he earns peanuts. There's a limit to what your energy can give to you. That is why don't live on hard work alone. Move to smart work. What is this area of smart work? Smart work is working beyond your energy using available tools in life. Smart work is using available tools to meet your precise goals, to increase your earning. Using available tools in life. Tools in life can include even your phone. You heard the Kinshola? How that years ago when he was here, he said he came to the altar to pray, and God said, what I have for you is in your hand. He said, what is in my hand? The only thing that's in my hand is my phone. Then social media was not popular. He had one link, this Naira this. I remember those days, he was posting on that channel every day. 1 Naira something. Naira land. He was posting on Naira land. It is from the Naira land he got a contract for a business. And that was when the first time he had a contract of 1.2 million. This is 13 years ago, I mean 14 years ago. Smartphone. Certain things you do, you must understand that there are certain things you can use to help your work easy. Make your work easy. You have different platforms, different tools where people use to earn money. You must maximize on it. Where people make their work easy. In today's world, you don't need to rent a shop to own a business. Your phone can be your shop. Am I talking to somebody? And I know some of you are already working on it. I saw Eugene yesterday. That's when I wanted to confront her one day. Which one is all this your dress you are wearing? Until I saw her on social media that she was advertising the things she was into. I saw one other person who's one of these square person. I saw, where's that? Okay, this one, teacher. I saw on social media advertising teaching things. You cannot be doing, you are surprised I saw it. You cannot be doing such things and you are not, it will not increase your market value. That is it. I have given somebody a job from Asaba here. The person was in America. She told me, agree with me, the prayer is that I need a job. I said, what kind of job are you looking for? He said, I want to do lecturing. She has gotten her PhD. She said, I want to do lecturing. I said, what? You need what? Where? He told me I need the schools to do. It was from Asaba here. Not, I didn't know anybody. I used the tools in our hands. The persons in America, I didn't understand there are so many things. I used the tools, bam, and I got different openings which you didn't know that is in America. Different openings of jobs. They are looking for people in this category. Bam, I forwarded to her. He said, Pastor, you are connected. Oh. I said, no, it is my phone. It's available. And I said, send me your CV. She sent me a CV. I used the same tools, the same smartphone, used the same tool, repackaged the CV to fit the job. When I forwarded it back to her, he said, hi, how did you do this thing? I said, it's my secret. Normally, I will charge you for consultation. What am I talking about? There are different tools available in life to make your work easier in life. You must capitalize on it. That is smart work. This is what happened to these men. Some of them were hard workers. They started working 12 hours. Some other persons were smart workers. They started working 1 hour to the closing time. They invested their first set of hours into something, and so they didn't need to put energy much, and they got more results than the one who was working 12 hours. At the end of the day, they earned the same wages. Take note, they have earned wages from some other places. They added this one to what they earned. That is working smart. Working smart. Not just your energy. You must understand how to turn your energy into resources. Work smart. Make use of available tools around you. Understand your environment. Capitalize on opportunities around you. You don't need to own a shop for you to be a owner of a shop. For example, my younger brother's wife was into a business, catering business. And there was one thing she did. She needed to do smart work. What did she do? She carried her phone then on Instagram and started posting different kind of delicious meal. Delicious meal. And people were requesting for these meals all over Lagos. And so she now looked for people who could cook these delicious meals and called them to provide these meals for her. And all she did, she was not the one cooking the meal, but she was the one everybody was asking for the meal from. Smart work. Smart work. You don't need to be a tailor for you to have a fashion design shop online. Smart work. You don't know it's possible? You are not the owner of the shop, but you have a fashion design online shop. You cannot even sew one thing, but everybody is giving you things because you connect to those who can do it. You may even be doing it, but you must learn how to do it smartly. People need to know what you do outside your environment. Work smart. Please tell your neighbor, work smart. It's beneficial. You can promote anything online. You don't need to own a supermarket to now work smart. You can be the owner of Gap supermarket without having anything there. Haven't you seen them? They go to the place, they snap themselves in the supermarket, showing themselves, video themselves, looking at products, anything you want, anywhere. As far as you are in the city of Asaba, we'll supply it to you. Come on, just place your order here. They are not the owner of the place, but they are marketing the thing. Everybody sends order to them. They go to the place, gather the order, distribute to them, make their extra money for it. No, there is no reason why somebody should be looking here for a job in this 21st century. No reason. No reason. Work smart. So one of the ways where you'll be visible in your world is through the use of your social media handle. It helps your visibility. No wonder the young lady said visibility is the new currency. Visibility is the new currency. I wonder what's the meaning of this. I have to sit down and think again. Visibility is the new currency. She gave an example. She made a post. He said, I need a particular number of people to pay $300, not even naira, dollars for a particular course. I just need 70 people. As at the time she was putting the post, 125 people have already paid. She did another one. He said this one is just for 200 people. As at the time she was putting the post, over 1,000. She closed the the Zoom page. He said, let me open a bigger Zoom place. Over 1,000 people have connected. 1,000 people paid $20. 1,000 people, $20. Multiply it is $20,000. Somebody is sitting in her room cashing out. And whether somebody is working from 5 to 6 and nothing to show, you must work smart. You must work. No matter what you do, make sure this device in your hand is not just a tool for you to say, solve me, or begin to waste your time on social media, begin to look people dance, begin to look people, look people doing this rubbish. Create your own niche, create your own market from the social media. That is a bigger brand of market we have that can open you to any level, open you anywhere to create it. What I'm teaching you now is not the same thing I said as I posted it on social media. The demand came from America. The demand came from a pastor from Port Harcourt, and they are gathering pastors. He said, please, we want to gather setting all these pastors in the city for you to come and tell us this thing so that I can help us teach our members. Because the truth is, do you know there are pastors who curse their members? They curse you. Some of you don't know. So when you go to some kind of name, but churches that are finance driven, they want to take from you. They want you to take. I have gone for a program where the pastor say, all these my members are all wicked. They are wicked members. So wicked members. Now I get you. How can a pastor be talking about his members and say they are wicked because they don't give you offering? They are here, see me. I cannot take my children to school. They are all wicked members. Wicked members. I said, no. This is not it. If this is what church is all about, I won't do it. That is why I made up my mind that before I will start this thing in church, I will not depend on church to survive. Number one, most important thing, I will not look for house rent. So before I start this business, I must have my own house. That is where I am today. Because there are expectations ministers look up to from members, whereas they don't know how you are struggling. They expect much from you, and because they expect much from you, they don't get much from you. They pray dangerous prayer on your head. Look at the testimony received. He didn't do this, and you don't teach them to know how to manage or know how to get these resources. So when you expect what they don't know how to do, you become frustrated. And this is everyone called minister. You must open your broadband. Ministry is not about what you will get. You must learn how to survive outside ministry. Paul was a tent maker. Most of the apostles were fishermen. A lot of them had different things they were doing. Don't enter ministry with the mindset that you want to survive in it. The blessing will always come, but let it not be your only hope. Somebody say, I hear. So number 2 that I was talking about is smart work. Making use of available technology and resources to create an easy landing for your inflow. Smart work. That thing you are doing, put it on air. Somebody needs to. You have to be visible for you to be accessible. You have to be visible. If you don't say it, nobody will see it. Before now, the only way we do programs is to announce on television, radio, and begin to beg members, invite people. Now, you don't need to do that. Just 1 billboard, 2 billboard, don't do the result. 1 click on social media, I've done result. Publicity have gone digital right now. Once you post it, all your followers will see it. When I began to learn this, I said, why didn't I know these things on time? Some of us have lagged behind. Particularly those of us who have had huge level of followership. Particularly with young people years back. If we had known some of the things we have known now, that before that, but we refuse to learn. Don't make the mistakes of your fathers. Somebody say, I hear. And number 3 level of work is what you call the network. Number 1, hard work. Number 2, smart work. Number 3, network. And this area is very critical. The things you need for the smart work are things like the technological provisions that are available for you. Smart work makes you spend less. My printer, my graphic designer called me which day. He said, Pastor, I offend you. I say, what happened? He said, you need to call me for work again. I said, you don't offend me. Oh. I just learned what you are doing with one little app. For my phone. I said, this is what you do for me since. For my phone, I just learned, say, I don't need to disturb you again. The little app will tell you, one of them is called Canva. I said, for Canva, anything when I want design, I go design them. I don't need this. They will give you all the designs you like. Say, choose anyone you like. Once you click it, they'll just say, okay, remove this person's picture, put your picture. Wow. You don't prepare design already just now. So we prepare design anytime we like, anytime, because we have understood those tools. One of the other tools is the ChatGPT. By now, you should have ChatGPT in your phone. Or Croc. Is it Croc they call it or what? Yes, Croc. You should have it in your phones. It helps you in certain things. It helps you to navigate. Gives you information that is rare. It builds your market base. It can even brand you. Gives you a brand. Just tell it, this is who I am. Just create something out of me. It will create something out of you. And you wonder, now maybe this is maybe this. This is the world we are in. So you don't need to look at the money I would have spent. My friend told me he spends an average of $100 for every design. He said the young man he sends that money to is in Nigeria. He wants to do a program. He will send him the design. He will prepare the design for him. He will pay him $100. The guy is not cheap. He will prepare design for him in America. $100. That is 150,000 naira for what? An app that you will just pay 38,000 naira for a whole year. We give you better design than that. That was what he was spending because of ignorance. So the third area is networking. And this is the area I want you to understand it very well. Look at this man. The man we read in Matthew chapter 20. The man was a networker. The first hard work was his first set of people. The next people was smart work was the last set of people. He is the networker. He was a man who networking is using other people to meet your goals. Networking, connecting with other people to achieve a dream that will be beneficiary to all. No man is an island. You can't know it all. You can't do it all. If you know how to connect with other people, how to make other people align with your dream and vision, you can go anywhere. If you run alone, you will go fast. If you run together, you will go far. If you run alone, you will go fast. But there's a limit to the fast. You will be weary. You will be tired. And you cannot go too far. But if you run together, you will go fast, far. You may not be fast, but you will be far. That is the power of networking. Connecting others who have like minds to fulfill a particular dream. On Thursday, the Kinshola was teaching on land banking. Networking. There is this land I need to buy. I don't have the resources to buy it. I can connect 2-3 people. Let's buy it together. For you to have 100% profit of 100,000 naira is different from you to have 10% profit of 1 billion naira. Which one is bigger? This is my own. The whole profit is 100,000. This is our own. My own profit is 10%. It is 1 billion. 10% of 1 billion is 100 million. Because we did it together. We are all sharing it together. We share the success together. We share the loss together. We share the victory together. That is networking, connecting. Networking, you may not need money, but this thing you need. Number one, you need credibility. Can I trust you? Number two, you need accountability. In networking, you need, number three, responsibility or availability. Networking, you may not need money, but you need credibility. Can they trust you? That when we bring money to you, it will not be missing. Or when we say, let us do this thing together, you will not corner it. Yes, people have said this thing. When all of us do it together, now there, people will begin to cheat one another. When you want to do such kind of things, there's what you call legal binding. What binds us together legally? There must be a document to say this is what we should do, this is what we should not do. This is what we are spending this money for. This is what we are going to do. Nobody can withdraw from this money until this is your time. And even when it's your time, this is your profit in it. This is the where we give records. This is what networking is a way people can grow resources together. That is why you have PLC. No man grows alone. Every great business is connected with people. Dangote Refinery is the one that has a name, but it's not only his money that is there. The Dangote group, they call people to bring their shares. Some people bring this, some people bring that, some people bring that. Everybody has their money there, but he's the one that has his name. That is networking. Using other people's money to meet a goal. Just like that man who is the owner of the household. Use all their efforts to meet their goal. They all got their profit. He got his own profit is bigger. The Elumelus of today, that is what they did. Connecting to a particular shares, and the shares made them who they are today. They didn't do it alone. They just connected with others. So you must have, if all the people you have around you, nobody is talking about business. All you talk about is men. All you talk about is women. All you talk about is pornography. All you talk about is gossip. You are in the wrong company. Nobody is giving idea. Nobody is talking about productivity. Nobody is talking about your next level. Nobody is talking about how we improve our lives. No, you are in the wrong company. I met 4 young men who were in the university. They made up their mind. Yeah, I heard their story. They made up their mind that they're going to buy a land, invest in a land, and nobody will touch it for 30 years. The 30 years just finished. What they bought that time at about 300 and something thousand, it is worth 300 million today. 4. Share that money into 4. Everybody goes home with 75 million. What each brought that time was less than 70,000 naira. 4 friends. They are not brothers. They are not relatives. They bound themselves with agreement. All of them are married today, but a business was standing. They have an agreement together. Everything you talk about is not connecting to your growth. I was listening to a young man, a man of God during the week. He said, this is the secret of the Jews. He said the Jews don't marry for love. He said they don't marry for butterfly. They marry for financial benefits. What is this marriage going to benefit us? So that is their goal. That even in the marriage, they are signing contracts, doing deals. I don't know the details about that, but that's what he was preaching. So everything about you is you must not even enter a relationship just for love alone. Open your eyes and understand, where is this marriage going to go? You love me, I know you love me, but let's understand this love. Where is this love going to go? If you don't understand some of it, don't enter because of love alone. You must understand what is the do's on the dawn. The person may not need to have everything, but the person's visions and mindset, we know where he's going to. His vision will make you have access to television tomorrow. That is enough. But if the person is, I know I'm going to be a big man tomorrow, he's not get vision. I'm going to be a millionaire. It's not a vision. I'm going to be very rich. Hey, that's not a vision. That's an idle talk. Very rich without any idea of what will produce the richness is idle talk. What is your dream tomorrow? It's not, I'm going to be a big man. It's not a vision. Kill it. What are you going to be doing? Gives you a direction. I see God helping somebody today. You will not end small. If I'm talking to you, let your amen sound like a believer. You will not end small. And it's never too late for you to brood again, for you to dream again, for you to think again. It's never too late. It's never too late. I don't care to know your age. It's never too late for you to dream again, for you to brood again, for you to redefine yourself. It's never too late. All you need to do, the factor is not age. The factor is your passion. The passion is not age. You can have the passion at age 65 and you get results. I told you of the man, Kentucky Fried Chicken, the owner of Kentucky Fried Chicken, who started his business on the year of his retirement. He was retired at age 60. And at age 80, he was invited to come and give a lecture to a gathering of thousands of people where he was paid $1 million. He came to the podium with a walking stick at age 80. He said, when I was 60, nobody knew me. At age 80, I cannot talk to you for 10 minutes and I go home with $1 million because somebody redefined himself. Age is not a barrier. Just make up your mind that I've got to make my life count. I've got to do something with my life. I've got to make use. Let the Holy Spirit in my life not be in vain. Something has to come out of this life. There's a better me that have to emerge out of me. No more struggling with non-entity. I set myself up for a celebration of life. Rise up on your feet with me.